Hi everyone and welcome to my Unfiltered 20s.
A podcast about the ups and downs, highs and lows, and realities of life in your 20s.
With me, Abbey Parker.
And me, Lucy Martin. This week, we're going to talk about a few different things. It's just us this week, so prepare for a lot of waffling, rambling. But we thought we'd talk about like something that I think a lot of young people can relate to at the minute, which is spending hours on Rightmove looking at houses you're never going to afford, or if you're a student in your final year like us, having to think about what you're going to do after, where you're going to live, all that kind of stuff. Also going to talk about internet drama and
Our reaction to the lockdown ending
Living.
announcement roadmap thing.
Festivals are back, everyone.
Are you ready? Are you ready to just sit in a field for 3 days like we used to? Yeah.
Be crammed in like sardines. Can't wait.
People falling over your tent? Yay. I've actually never been to a festival, but I've heard the horror stories and it's made me, Well, I have been to festivals, but like one day, I haven't like slept in a field.
I think that's probably the best way to do it, so.
Yeah.
But yeah. So, Abby, how was your week? What have you been watching, listening to, enjoying?
So this week, work-wise, it's calmed down a bit.
Oh.
I'm just waiting because I've sent my final year project, I've sent my thing to a school, so hopefully I'll get some sign-ups, but I'm just enjoying the calm before the storm. I've got to do this presentation on animal behaviour, so I've just been watching live cams of elephants in San Diego Zoo.
That's cute.
Very wholesome. Apart from that, music-wise, I've been listening to Mod Sun's new album, which is he's besties with Machine Gun Kelly.
Nice. Okay.
So he's gone through quite the evolution. So his new album, very different to anything he's released before. It's like, how I would describe it is like, it's like 2010 rock band meets Black Bear.
Okay.
/ kind of emo.
Okay.
It's a
what
kind
a
of
mix.
Vibe. It's, I know. He's dyed his hair bright green, that vibe. And then, literally, like 2 hours before we started recording, Marky Basie, who is one of my favourite artists, he's like, I guess he's R&B, I guess.
Right.
But he's on like a lot of, he's been featured on Jeezy songs a lot. That's how I found out about him.
Nice.
But he's just announced he's about to release his next album, and I'm very excited. But if there's any Marky Basie fans out there, he released this, it's like an unreleased album that he didn't release mainstream, he just put it on SoundCloud, but it's like his best work, so
that's odd.
check that out. But okay, one thing, mini rant. Are you ready? I'm just like verbal
diarrhea.
Right yeah. So Jeezy released a new song this week, which was very much 2014 Jeezy, because he's releasing a part 2 to his album in 2014. These things happen.
Okay.
So I'm very excited for it because it's very nostalgic for me. But feature Chris Brown.
Oh.
And I just wish people would stop collabing with him, so I don't have to feel guilty every time a song comes on he's featured on it.
I haven't heard anything from him in a while though. Unless I just don't listen to the right people. Yeah.
Well, last year he did a song with Drake called No Guidance.
Okay.
And it was quite big. And it was a really good song, and every time I put it on, I was like, oh, God's sake, it's Chris Brown. But it's just like, he's just one of those people that is uncancelable. It's like, what does he have to do?
I know, people literally worship him regardless.
I know. Because people are like, oh, you can separate the person from the music. But I'm like, how, though? Can you, though? I don't think that's a good... Because did they separate Kevin Spacey from his acting? No, they didn't. They wiped him off the face of the website.
Exactly, yeah.
So, I know different accusations, but I don't know. I just wish people would stop featuring him on everything. It's like the whole rap industry just went, we pretend we do not see.
Yeah.
And just continued featuring him like it's nothing.
It's really bad for Rihanna, isn't it? Like, that she has to Because then it means she has to, like, not work with people. Well, she doesn't have to, but it's not nice for her to have to see him and stuff, is it?
I know, like, he never did anything.
No, I know. It's bad.
Because I never realised how bad it was, like...
I know.
Until I looked into it.
Mm-hmm.
The pictures of her and stuff. I mean, it shows you how much of a strong woman Rihanna is, right?
Yeah.
Because a lot of people would be like, I can't, Chris Brown, he's huge. I know she's a huge artist in her own right, but still, he's like this powerful man. But she was like, yeah, no, these were the pictures, this is what he did.
Mm-hmm.
Also, Chris Brown just sings the same chorus on every song. I don't get it. He just goes, whoa, 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 and that's it. Anyway, moving on. What about you, Luce?
Well, I'm kind of the opposite. Work has picked up a bit because it's the end of term. So we have like lots of essays. Dissertation is coming close. But I've been... Oh, I know what I'm going to say. So,
yeah.
I mean, I'm on a bit of like a 4OD, whatever it's called, all 4 binge at the minute, because they've just got so many good box sets on there. And Married at First Sight Australia has just finished. So I'm a bit gutted. And I love First Dates anyway. And First Dates is one of my favourite like TV, like actual TV programmes. And then they've just started a teen First Dates. Which is...
That's going to be so awkward.
It's like mainly been like 18, 19-year-olds, which is a bit weird because obviously they're only like 1 year younger than us. Yes. But then there's a few like 16-year-olds, 17-year-olds. But it is like really wholesome because they're all literally on their first date ever. Yeah. None of them so far have stayed together because at the end they're like, this is what happened next, whatever. None of them actually have got into a relationship. But, I do sit there, like, cringing, because some of them are just so awkward. Like, awkward hugs and stuff. But I mean, it's cute.
We haven't been on many first dates.
No.
But, like, if someone had videoed my first date with Arjan, I would never be able to recover from that.
No. It's just like, I don't know how they have the confidence to go on the programme. I would actually like implode if anyone saw.
I know. Oh, so where are you from? Yeah. Lancashire. Oh, that's nice. I'm from Tamworth.
Where did you go on? You went to bowling, or did you go to Starbucks?
Yeah, we went.
Was that on the same day?
Yeah, same day. We went bowling, and then... also, he said that he had one, but he didn't. But I thought he had one because I couldn't be bothered to do the maths in my head. Because basically, we obviously I know it's on the screen, but like we messed up. Like I went when he was meant to go, so then we had to work out the scores. Anyway.
Classic you two, just can't do anything simple.
Just can't do anything. And then we like literally over the road was like a Sainsbury's or something, but there was a Starbucks attached, so we went and had a Starbucks.
That's cute. What did you get? Can you remember?
I think we both just got hot chocolates.
That's wholesome.
Because it was November, so...
That's wholesome.
What did you do? I can't remember what you did.
I went to Curiosity, which is the coffee shop on campus. And I remember there was
Noisy.
a guy... Yeah, it was actually really quiet though, because it was a Sunday morning, I remember.
Oh, okay.
So there was like nobody in there, because obviously at the weekend everyone like goes home or whatever.
Is asleep.
Yeah. And then I remember there was like loads of people outside their accommodations with tables. They'd set up tables, and then people had bought all of their bedrooms because it was like a charity thing or something. I don't know. But I remember walking out of accommodation, and one of the guys from the like block of flats over the road had like his whole bedroom out on the road.
What?
Because for charity or something. I don't know. I just remember it was very weird. So there was loads. I think it was for like rugby or something. Like.
Oh.
I don't know. It was a weird thing. And I remember just being like walking past loads of people with their whole bedrooms out on the path. Which was
I must not have left the house that day.
No.
I don't remember that at all.
Yeah, it was kind of weird, but yeah. I had
What was your second date?
A chai latte.
Oh.
It's in Casbah.
Nice. I think ours was neon.
That's cute. Casbah Mondays were the best thing ever, weren't they?
Yeah.
I miss them so much.
Maybe we'll be able to go to one.
Maybe. Touch wood. I'm not going to be heartbroken if it never happens again, but...
Yeah, it was good though. I mean, it's so crazy that they would have all those events, right? So like the boxing. You do you remember the video of Charlie and Anna in like a horse costume punching each other?
They had people up on the stage all the time for stuff, didn't they?
Yeah, and you'd have to sign a waiver before you get on. Like, you can't sue us if you injure yourself. Yeah, Charlie had to literally waiver that if she died, it was fine.
That's so bad. They'd throw stuff as well, wouldn't they, into the audience?
Right.
Don't you remember we had those guitars, didn't we, or saxophones or whatever?
Saxophones was Tamworth, your birthday.
Was it?
Yeah. There's a picture of... Because there's this great picture, right, of you, like, leaning backwards with the saxophone, like, the happiest you've ever been in your life, and then me, like, I can't believe it!
Yeah. I love that picture.
And then Arjan's in the background staring at us like, what are they doing?
I think you should put a picture for that on the Instagram this week. I think that should be...
Okay. Neon went down in our...
oh, yeah.
In our books.
I had some bad experiences at Neon.
I don't think... Thing is, they oversold their tickets every single night.
Yeah.
I never went and you could move freely.
No.
You were always climbing over the furniture. You were, like, queuing for hours to get a drink. Do you remember that weird bar that was, like, round the corner?
Yeah.
What is that?
Oh, yeah. It was weirdly laid out. I got crushed in the queue. Me and Marissa got crushed under the barrier. And then I went with, like, Ollie and Rachel and all that. And they literally picked me up because we got in. And then it was, like, no floor space whatsoever. Like, absolutely rammed. So they picked me up and, like, carried me out. Because they're like, I was too small for the crowd.
Yeah. They just had, like, why did they have those sofas in the middle of the room?
I don't know.
It was so stupid.
It's really badly laid out. I wonder what it will be like when it does open.
They can't put that many people. It was ridiculous.
Yeah.
We've
Speaking
only
of clubs opening.
Okay, yeah.
We can talk about that. Obviously, everyone will have heard by now. And if you haven't, then look at the news or something. But... Bojo, Big Boris, Bojo has announced the roadmap for ending England's lockdown, which we were saying earlier. So we thought it would be maybe like last year, maybe like restaurants open in May, a pub open in June. We weren't quite expecting a free-for-all, absolutely everything open, June 21st. Let's go. But what are your thoughts, Abbey?
At the moment, it's freaking me out because it seems like an exponential growth. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like oh we're taking baby steps and then suddenly you're taking giant leaps. It's like 12th of April, gyms open, right? Is that right?
Yeah,
I think that's right.
I don't know.
Which seems like a good timescale to me.
Yeah.
And then a month and a half later, a free for all.
I know. Also, the international travel returning on like 17th of May. Or whatever.
Is that when it returns? 17th of May?
I'm like concerned about that, but it just seems a
you
lot.
You think until vaccination's caught up with Britain, and the rest of Europe, because it's a bit slower.
I know.
I don't know. I'm interested to see. They've clearly thought about it. Although they thought about Eat Out to help out.
Yeah, well, they're going to... I've been seeing today that they're going to reintroduce some form of Eat Out to help out again. Which... See, I just think, like you say, like right now we can't even leave our houses. So I can't comprehend, because I feel like now I'm just so used to not going anywhere and sitting in my room. I feel like I've proper regressed. So I literally feel like 16, 17-year-old me.
Are you joking? I was literally saying the same thing to Ashley
Really?
the other night. I was like, I feel like I'm regressing into childhood.
I started watching the programmes I watched when I was...
Yeah.
Like Dawson's Creek and One Tree Hill and Gilmore Girls and all those sort of things and the stuff that I watched when I was like 16, 17. I do the same things that I did then. Like, I just
I'm
feel
working
like
at the same desk as I did.
Yeah.
I'm eating the same meals.
Yeah.
I'm in the same room. Because I haven't changed these decorations since I was 16. Like, I'm not leaving the house. That was the same.
Yeah. I had no social life. Same.
Exactly.
I just feel weird. I think a lot of uni students must relate, because it's like you go to uni and have this massive sense of independence, and then coming home in the holidays is hard anyway, because it's a bit of, it's like a shock, isn't it? And it takes ages to get used to adjusting to being home and then having to go back and all of that. But
and then you adjust when you go back.
Exactly. And now being at home for so long, I just feel like I have literally regressed to before uni, and I can't remember what having independence is like.
I know.
So
know.
I'm not going to cope when things open again.
Sometimes I'll say to my mum, like, I'll cook tonight. And I'm like, what am I doing? What am I doing? How do I do this? But like, I'm literally going to be in the club for the first time, like, where do I go? I just stand in corner.
I'm going to be so
You alcohol?
awkward. I haven't had a drink in like months.
We're going to be Freshers Week, like 3 drinks, and we're like, whoa!
It's so weird though, isn't it? It does just feel like I was saying this earlier, but like, I can't remember what I used to be like before COVID, and I can't remember what I used to do before COVID.
I know. You were a busy bee. You were always doing something.
I can't deal with that now. I literally have one seminar and it tires me out for the whole day.
This girl used to literally have seminars and lectures all day, and then come home.
Stop.
Eat, like literally half an hour, eat, get ready, and then be back out the door.
Oh, I missed that.
How did you do that?
I don't know. I don't know how I'm going to do that again. I literally have to go to bed at like 9 p.m. I never used to sleep. I used to get no sleep. Like, I'd get in from the club or whatever, and then just get up for like 6, 7 o'clock. I don't know how I used to cope or survive.
I know. Literally, I'd go to pop and then go to Thursday lectures.
Yeah.
In first term. It's ridiculous.
I'm baffled. But I think a lot of people feel the same. I feel like a lot of people are going to struggle. Especially if, imagine you've been working at home for a whole year, and then you have to commute, go back to the office, like sit with people all day. Like, I think that's going to be weird.
You haven't seen people and suddenly you're like fighting to get on the tube.
Yeah, exactly.
I can't.
One of the things that we were saying is the biggest shock that we never thought for this year is the announcement of festivals.
I know.
So Reading and Leeds is August the 27th to 29th, I think, or 25th to 29th, and they're selling tickets right now.
No. Are they on sale right now?
Yeah, last night my boy was like, Liam Gallagher, let's go. And I was like, hang on a second, I can't cope with the post office. I ain't going to cope with that many people in the field, am I? And I've become a bit of a clean freak as well.
Yeah, so you'd have to stock up on hand sanitizer.
Yeah.
What, are you going to use a
porta potty? No, thank you.
I think I would rather get up really early and like commute to Reading.
Yeah.
And I think Reading's probably closer to you. It would probably be easier for you to get there than me if I had to get the train.
Well, we were thinking Leeds, but yeah.
Right. Leeds is a bit far.
But yeah. No, I get you. If I was gonna... Well, when we went to V-Fest, when we were like, I can't remember, like 16 or whatever, we stayed in a B&B.
Right. See, there's no way you'd catch me in a field getting people like hiding alcohol under your tent and falling on your tent and boys not being bothered to go all the way to the toilet and peeing. I can't be dealing with that.
That's what... So we went to go Boardmasters in 2019 and then I was fine, but there's no way right now I can cope with going from this level of cleanliness to that.
Yeah.
But you know, right, so Doja Cat, Jack Harlow. Let me get the headlines up. First of all, my boy did not know who Doja Cat is. Can I just say?
But you know what? That's crazy because that shows you how long it's been since we've all had prees together.
I know.
Because I've been listening to her for over a year now.
I know. I was like, how do you not know who Doja Cat is?
How? Yeah, but how though? Because she just had so many mainstream hits.
Right, you ready? So, Stormzy.
No, I'm not. Stop.
Catfish the Bottom I don't think you like Catfish the Bottom but I do.
I don't.
Post Malone.
Interesting.
AJ Tracy.
Oh my god.
Doja Cat.
Mm-hmm.
Is this year? Oh, this is 2020. No, this is 2021, but this is a reduced one. I saw a bigger one yesterday. Jack Harlow.
I'd literally be like, Jack Harlow, I don't like you, but I can't stop listening to you. You're welcome.
Bieber Doobie.
Mm.
She's doing good though. She's like quite high up.
Oh,
you
yeah.
know?
Yeah.
Youngblood.
I wouldn't be able to go see him though. I'd have to stand at the back.
Yeah, I'd be a bit scared to be in that audience.
I can't do a mosh pit in 2021.
No. And then Da Baby. And like a few other ones. I don't know.
Yeah.
The
baby is he did Feeling Like a Rock Star.
Oh,
that guy.
okay. And then like Queens of the Stone Age and Two Door Cinema Club, Lewis Capaldi, Mabel.
Mabel.
She'd
Oh,
be
that
good.
would be so good. Oh my god, if AJ's there as well, they could do, I can't remember what the song's called, West 10 together. That would be incredible.
Also, more to be announced, I reckon H. I feel like H would be H. Sorry. We would lose our minds.
I know.
Wouldn't we?
I know we would. H, can you rewind that? Sorry.
We have this, me, Alex and Abbey have this weird obsession with H.
Yeah.
Like, don't know what it is.
Rewind the music videos.
Rewind it. Put
Rewind
French
it.
Kisses on and rewind it.
Oh dear. The sunset is crazy right now, by the way.
I know.
Can you see your sunset?
It's nice, isn't it? The weather's been really nice today. That is a positive. The weather is picking up, isn't it?
The weather is. I think that was really bad about this lockdown, is it was dark.
Yeah.
I would go to bed really late, wake up really late, have like 3 hours of sunlight, and that's it.
I know. But the moral of the story is, if anyone would like to come to Reading and Leeds, I'm kind of down, but I'm kind of not.
I know.
But I think everyone on Twitter was like, why are you booking tickets and all this? And I was like, well, I don't see what's wrong with people booking tickets if they want to, because if it's going to be cancelled, they're going to get a refund. Like, just let people be hopeful. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly. If at the end of the day, if the government's saying it's fine
Yeah.
and it's safe, I'd be interested to know how many tickets they're selling though.
Yeah. I mean, well, they've been on sale since September, but I wouldn't imagine anyone's bought any. But yesterday, when we were looking, because they announced yesterday it was definitely going to happen, there was a queue. But I did get in the queue, and then I saw the ticket. The tickets are £225 for like a weekend ticket. But I think that's camping as well.
Yeah. There are so many. It's such a rip-off. They charge you like £100 more for showers.
I know. I saw that, and charging and stuff.
Yeah.
Boardmasters weren't too bad. I swear we bought like a package that meant you could charge your phones and stuff, and it was only like £20. But that's like less.
Yeah.
It's not as popular and stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah, crazy, isn't it?
I can't get my head around it.
What are some things you'd like to do this summer? What's the dream summer?
The dream summer, wow. I hadn't thought about it. I literally have not thought about it. I mean, me and my mum said we don't really want to go outside the UK yet, like this year. But if there was no COVID, we would. We'd go, I don't know. We want to do Italy, because we've done North Italy, but we've never been further than Florence. So we want to go and do, what's it called? Tuscany.
Love
I love that.
Yeah.
But I'd like to go to a couple concerts. I mean, I have tickets to Stormzy and McFly. So maybe that'll happen this year now, who knows?
Hopefully.
Because I think Stormzy pushed it back a year, so it'll be September.
Right.
But I can't imagine the O2 being full in September. That's insane.
But if they're saying festivals, then...
I know. Festivals are 100,000 people.
Yeah.
But that's what's weird, right? Because August, they're saying that our age won't have our second vaccination until September.
That's what I don't get.
So you're going to have 100,000 unvaccinated people in a field where they can't wash their hands.
We'll see.
Maybe we can go like zorbing or something. Yeah. And have you seen? Do you watch Ant and Dec Saturday Night Takeaway?
No.
Oh my god. We were watching it last Saturday and it was so weird because it's so like they interact with the audience and stuff, but obviously they couldn't, so it was all on screens and there was delays and all that kind of stuff. And then they had the, like the ITV what's it called, competition announcement guy.
Right, yeah.
It's like his job to just do announcements. He was like in a zorb and he was like, yeah, you can win 20,000, blah blah blah, and they're giving out holidays but just like not the dates. Do you know what I mean? They're just like, at some point you'll have a holiday. So he was like, you can go to Greece, blah blah blah, in this zorb, and then they're like pushing him around.
I want, like you, I don't think I'd be comfortable going abroad this year. I mean, we'll see, but I just think
maybe end of the year, maybe Christmas break.
That would be nice.
Yeah.
But I want a good like cottage Corey little summer getaway. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's what I want.
Speaking of cottages, Literally before we started recording this, we were having a Rightmove browse.
It's just
we were looking...
adult life.
Oh. The thing is, though, I've been looking on Rightmove at houses since I was, like, 15.
Have you?
Yeah. I used to, like, go, like, look up how much can I get for my money in Wales for the same price in London, you know?
Yeah.
And then I'd go, oh, what can I get in Texas? Because Texas, like, is cheap.
Mm-hmm.
Because I've seen people in America suddenly discovering that a house in LA, like a small house in LA, gets you a ranch in Texas. And I'm like, it's similar vibes to like an apartment in London versus like a 5-bed in the north.
Yeah. See, this is what I'm having at the minute, because moving to London after graduation, hopefully, and as a Midlander, I wasn't quite expecting the cost of rent in London. I mean, I know people say London is expensive, and you see these horror stories on like Twitter, and it's like, oh, look at what they're advertising, and it's literally the bed, the cooker, everything's literally rammed in. But it really is like scary. So if any of our listeners know which places in London for some best goods for students, like not too expensive but not like scary.
Yeah.
Let me know.
I know. I mean, that's why a lot of influencers in the UK are living in Manchester rather than in London now.
Yeah.
Because you get so much more for your money.
If the media industry was in Manchester, well, it is a bit, but not that much. Yeah. I love Manchester. And the flats are like so nice. Like they've got all these new like development blocks and stuff that are amazing. Yeah. I'd like to live in Manchester in the future.
Yeah. It'd be cool. But yeah, I know.
Well, we found your dream flat, haven't we?
We found. Listen. So I'm thinking. I haven't decided what I'm going to do yet, but I'm thinking maybe of staying in Warwick, right? So hypothetically, I was looking at some student places and non-student places,
and unfurnished family homes.
Yeah, I was low-key looking at a semi-detached house. But that sounds like I'm shelling out. I'm not. It was very decent student price rent. Yeah. But it was unfurnished, and I don't have, spare furniture laying around or moving trucks. So
yeah.
But yeah, I literally found the perfect apartment, and I'm not going to tell anyone where it is because I want it.
No one's stealing it. It was emerald green tiling in the bathroom. Just picture it, everybody. And it was modern kitchen, like absolutely stunning, huge.
I don't want to give any clues.
Sorry, cut the emerald green. No,
cut the emerald green.
I'm writing an article right now actually for publication about home renovation videos on TikTok, which I am obsessed with.
Yeah.
I just think I think there's two reasons why people our age love them. I think because it's getting further and further away, the possibility of like people our age getting to own their own homes, because it's become more difficult to get on the property ladder, whatever. And because of lockdown, I feel like you can watch these videos because it's like normal, and it's something you can almost like control. Like you can watch these videos and you watch people paint a whole wall, and it's like satisfying, and it's like it just makes you feel like calmer. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I get that. I've watched a couple videos of people like cleaning their room. It's like a sped up like time lapse of them cleaning their room.
I love them.
And like organising, and then they show their like before and after of all their like wardrobes and stuff, and I'm like, yes. Closet clean outs. Oh my god, yes.
The people that do them are so nice as well, because they're not like actual influencers. Like I interviewed a few of them, and they're all like just people with normal jobs, like young couples that have bought their first home, and I just think it's so wholesome as well. And they share tips and stuff. Like they're like, this is how you do this. I'm like, oh, it's just cute, isn't it?
Yeah. So maybe I do need to get onto TikTok for things like that.
You would like it. You'd like it.
I follow on Instagram like famous homes, and it just like shows. Obviously, it's all staged, like all the furniture staged and stuff. But it's all these homes that I was like, it was something about Leonardo DiCaprio, and I was like, oh, I'm surprised he bought a £5 million home. That seems pretty cheap for him.
Yeah.
And then it was like, bought this home for his family, and I was like, oh. But it was stunning. It was incredible.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I like watching $1 Million Listing, because it's, you see all these like incredible homes, and I'm like, oh. There was this one that I saw that it was all like, the layout was quite odd. It was all like higgledy-piggledy. It was like all different levels because it was quite old. Because that's the thing with these new houses, they're all just like the one level, like a block.
Mm-hmm.
This was like built on the contours of the land, and then the garden was like on the cliff, so it was like all different levels. And I was like, oh, I love it.
That's cool.
Yeah, but they're like, we have to move because we don't want our kid to fall off the mountain. Yeah.
I feel like it's a thing, because I think before you start uni, you don't think about flat, like, you're just like ready to move into student accommodation, and then when you're at uni, it's just like, oh, where are we living next year, like whatever. And then when you get into the end of uni, it's like, where do I want to live, like, and then you just in the back of your head thinking like, well, where do I want to live, like, in the future? And then you just gotta like, like, I'm like constantly, when
where do I look for jobs?
Yeah.
When
I watch like programs and people are like, I live here, I'm like, oh, that's quite nice. Like, do you know what I mean?
Yeah. That's the thing, I get why YouTubers that live in London and stuff, they can't say where they live, obviously, because people will just show up. But I'm like, yeah, but let us in the know, like, let us know. Obviously, I can't afford where you're living, but maybe there's a lower floor apartment I can sneak into. Shall I talk about some online drama real quick?
Mm-hmm.
So, I waited to tell you this. It's like old news now. This is like 2 weeks old. But I waited to tell you this because I thought you would find it interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Ryan Trahan and Hayley Pham
are
married.
No. Are you joking?
Yeah.
Do you know,
I'm not joking.
This past week I was going through her Instagram trying to work out.
Mm-hmm. They've hidden it. Basically...
Is she pregnant?
The theory is... No.
Okay.
No, because they were waiting till marriage.
I know, that's why I was like...
That's why I was like, I'm surprised they're putting it off.
Yeah.
Because you'd think they'd, you know...
Be in a rush, yeah.
Exactly. There's a theory, obviously, allegedly, it's not confirmed, but basically they had the bachelorette party, right, that they posted on their YouTube channel, and that normally happens in literally the week before, right?
Looked dry as hell, didn't it? Because
did.
they're like, her friends are like 17 and they were just eating cupcakes.
Exactly.
And stuff.
Yeah, because they couldn't legally buy alcohol. Because they're only... I mean, Ryan's 22, I think, but Hayley's 20, so she can't buy alcohol.
I mean, like, whatever, fine, people don't drink, but I just thought it looked boring.
It did. I mean, they're ladies of the Lord. They can't they can't drink. Anyway, so I mean, she did get into some trouble, actually.
Really?
Because apparently she was spreading incorrect information about birth control.
I did think this, you know, because I watched the video and I was like...
About
I'm not
the
sure
patch?
I'm not sure how that... Because the way she explained it, I was like, I don't think that's how it works.
Yeah, she got into trouble from that. She's got into trouble for quite a few things.
I didn't know this.
She told people not to go to Greece because their economy's broken. So she was like, don't go to Greece because it was like not nice and blah blah blah. And everyone was like, yeah, but that's literally how they're trying to fix their economy through tourism.
Oh my god. I didn't know this.
She's kind of controversial, yeah. So then she was basically hinting that, oh, yeah, you shouldn't be doing anything until marriage, like, if you want to go to heaven. All this kind of stuff.
Right.
Anyway, so then, so people were doing some investigating.
Mm-hmm.
And T-Spell on YouTube, I think that's her name, I can't remember. She was like, she found this picture of this girl who is friends with Hayley Pham. Mm-hmm. She was in like a flowery dress, wedding attire, and in the background you can see Ryan's editor, so it's like, why would they be hanging out in a suit? And then they noticed that the background was the same as the background from when they were looking around the venue, and it was posted 2 days. Okay, so then they were posted 2 days after the date that their wedding was going to happen, and the reason they knew that was the date was because someone went on the official records of the venue that they had booked and looked to see when it was available, and on like the 18th of November it said Trahan, So they were like, that was when their wedding was, but
Yeah.
then they were posting pictures 2 days after at a formal venue, formal event. So they're saying they didn't want to face backlash for having a COVID wedding because they weren't wearing masks. So they were like, so they didn't video it or publish it because they didn't want to get backlash. So they've secretly had a wedding, which is fine, secretly have a wedding, but don't post 2 months worth of content just about your wedding and then hide the fact that you've got married.
That's so weird, because it was a big deal, wasn't it?
It was huge. That was their whole channel.
And now, because I've been wondering, because I was also thinking, you don't invest in property really with someone unless you're married, I wouldn't say. I mean, I don't know. But because I think legally, isn't it hard to sort of buy property and stuff when you're not married?
Yeah, I don't really know how that worked, whether it was under one of their names.
Also, they've kind of... I'm watching their channel and I'm like, COVID does not exist in their world. They go on holiday, they go travelling, they see literally whoever, and I'm like, are they living in a different dimension?
Yeah, I know. That's the thing, like the bachelorette party.
Yeah.
It's what, like, the thing is, I know the restrictions aren't the same in America, but there's just no acknowledgement.
No, like a wedding with loads of people.
Because it was a big venue. They looked like they were planning to have a lot of people there.
Because they seem like they have like big families and stuff like that.
Yeah, and obviously they have loads of friends.
Wouldn't you be, if you were a bride in England who's had their wedding put off for months and months, wouldn't you be a bit gutted if you watched all these like Americans just getting married?
Yeah, I know.
19-year-old Americans getting married.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh my god, I'm enjoying that tea. I did not know that was all that controversy.
I know, I was like, I cannot wait to totally see this.
Wow. I was literally looking the other day, because they got this new series, haven't they, where they bought like a house.
Oh, what they're like fixing up?
Yeah.
Well, they have a house together,
Yeah.
and then they're buying other properties and flipping them.
Wow.
Which is crazy. I think Ryan has a lot more money than he lets on.
Yeah. Do you know Saffron Barker?
It's kind of, not of her.
Well, I saw that she bought a house, because she's the same age as us. She might even her birthday is like the same month as yours, like might even be the same day or something.
That.
She lives in Brighton with her family, and then she bought a house like last year in Brighton, and she moved in yesterday and uploaded the video, and she's completely redoing it, just her living in it, and it's like a 8-bedroom house or something crazy. I was like, what? I mean, whatever, do whatever you have your money, but why would you want to live in an 8-bed house at the age of 20 on your own?
Yeah.
Would you want to do that?
I don't think I'd move in until after the pandemic when people can come round.
No. I just think it would be really lonely living in such a huge house.
She could literally sleep in a different bedroom every day of the week.
She was like, she's basically like knocking down the whole house and redoing it from what she was saying. She wants like a cinema room. She's going to like make 2 rooms like a wardrobe. Like knock through like basically all the walls and stuff. And I was like, this sounds insane.
The thing is it her forever home? Is she going to live in it until she's 60?
No.
Because no one's going to buy that. No one in Brighton is going to buy that.
I know, that's the thing. So she's making, I swear it's like 8-bed. If it's not 8-bed, it's 6-bed or something crazy.
Yeah.
But she's making it into like basically like 2 huge rooms and stuff upstairs. But I was just like,
That's going to be horrible to heat.
I know. I mean,
It's going to be cold.
I just think it's
Living on the seafront.
like, I get obviously do what you want with your money, but like, I feel like if you're gonna buy quite an old house as well, you're literally destroying that whole house. Like, why wouldn't you just buy one that's kind of like that anyway? Do you know what I mean? I don't know.
I feel like it would have been cheaper at that point to build her own house, like buy a plot of land, and then you could literally make it from scratch exactly how you want it.
And she's living in it while they're doing the building work.
That doesn't make sense.
I was just like, that is crazy.
Yeah.
I cannot imagine at 20 years old knowing what to do with how to even buy a house. Can you?
Well, it's like Sophia and Cinzia. Sophia's got a house, hasn't she?
Yeah.
Although she reckons it looks in videos it looks bigger than it is. She reckons people were like, yeah.
Also, it's in knots, so it's probably not that. Yeah. It's probably not that expensive, really.
That's the thing, because I feel like because they go to London and stuff in vlogs, people think they're in London. So then she was saying in a video, I can't even remember, they were like, I get DMs from people trying to guess what my house is worth, and they're like way over.
Yeah. I reckon
it looks expensive.
It does, the way it's decorated, and it's new. It looks like a new build as well. I don't know. I reckon Chinzia's flat probably no more than 250,000, 300,000, I'd say.
Yeah.
Which is like a standard house price.
I mean, it's
in the
expensive
Midlands.
for a flat.
Yeah, expensive for a flat, but compared to London, can you imagine?
No, that would be worth a lot more in London, especially if it was in central.
I think it's cool of them, to be honest, like, because you don't really get many, you know, to be like influencers like that and live in the East Midlands. I think that's quite cool.
Because you'd think they've moved to London.
Yeah.
But I like that they're there. I
know, it's nice.
Yeah. Also, Chinzia's flat. I've worked out where it is.
Have you?
I was on Rightmove.
Yeah. Oh my god, where is it?
I don't think I should say to our 20 listeners, but you can look it up because it's obviously a new build, right? Because she was mentioning that, you know, everyone's moving in or whatever. So you can look up new builds on the River Trent because it's on the river. You can see it's on the river. It's literally on the riverbank.
Is it in the city centre then?
I don't know. I just looked at the outside and I was like, that's the building.
That's cool though. But yeah, it's a bit weird because
I think she's on like one of the top floors as well.
Yeah.
Because she's got a very nice view.
Yeah. Aww.
Because I don't think she at the first she wasn't showing her window, right? Because if you can see out the window, people can work out where it is.
Yeah.
But then she did, and I worked out where it is.
It's like do you know like Anastasia and Byron and Haz? They're all living in a big apartment. They're like Saffron Barker's friends. They all live in Manchester now, and Anastasia just moved into the same block of flats as Haz and Byron live. And I feel like you could probably work out where they live from their videos. But their apartments are amazing in Manchester.
Really?
They look really nice.
Yeah. Yeah.
Can't wait for my shoe covered in London. Woo.
I know, literally. I'll come stay and I'll be like, oh, this is nice.
I'll come at yours and be like, wow, it's like 3 times the size.
You can have this bathroom. You can have this bedroom. This is my guest bedroom. It sounds more fancy than it is.
It's not even funny.
I know. Real quick bit of other news. You know the vegan teacher? Have you seen her? She makes TikTok videos. She's like this... I don't know how old she is, but I don't know, I'd say 60s. And she makes songs telling people that they should be vegan. And also she criticises everyone. She's like, they're not an ethical vegan because they have pets. And she has a dog. She has a dog, but she tells people that people shouldn't have pets because it's not vegan because you can't consent to owning them. They can't consent to being like a pet. But she's been going after people. So I don't know if you know this guy called Tommy in it, but he's like blown up. He's like a Minecraft YouTuber. He's younger than us. He's like doing A-levels. But he like blew up over summer doing Minecraft, and but it's crazy. He gets like 200,000 viewers on Twitch, which is unheard of, right? But apparently she's been like atting videos at him like, you should be vegan, you've got so much influence, you should be vegan, you're killing animals, blah blah blah. But she makes these songs and she's like, killing animals is wrong, McDonald's. It's like, it's really weird. But she's been banned from TikTok because she blew up, loads of people made videos on her. She's been banned now because of online harassment.
Yeah.
And apparently that she got like the 3 strikes and she's out.
Oh my god.
So she's like going off. But I'm like, yeah, but you are harassing people. You're the definition of harassment.
Right, kind of similar. One of my deps wrote an article about how veganism wasn't for her because basically it meant when she went on holiday and stuff, she was being like ignorant of other countries' like food and stuff because she was like, I read it. Yeah, and then at the end she was like, I just feel like I've been pressured by my vegan friends in the past and sometimes it can be quite pressuring. And then someone commented saying veganism isn't meant to be easy, it's meant to be brave and a good life choice. I was like, you're literally proving her point. Like some random like 50-year-old man commented.
That's so stupid.
I know.
It's really, because that's the thing. If you want to experience another culture's food and they don't have a vegan option.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't know. Because that's one of the things, right? Someone sent this video to her, like, or commented on one of this vegan teacher's TikToks and was like, I have a protein deficiency, so I have to. The doctors have told me I have to eat meat. And she was like, oh, I've heard that excuse before. And it's like, no, she's got a medical condition.
A lot of, like, being vegan, like, I don't always think it's healthy. Like, I think I eat more junk food now I don't eat meat. Because say if my mum and my stepdad have, like, chicken or something, I'll have, like, a mini pizza. Like a mini baguette pizza, and it's not healthy, is it? You know, I mean, not that like you need to always eat things that are healthy, but you get what I mean. Like, it's not just because you don't eat meat doesn't mean that you're healthier than meat eaters and stuff. I think.
No, there are still cheap foods and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I thought it was funny because it made me. It put a smile on my face when she was banned because she was just so judgmental and like she would smirk. She was like, oh, I've heard that excuse before, you should read up on the topic. And it's just like, no,
shut up, Karen.
Exactly. Oh my god, her name's Karen.
Is it?
I forgot. That triggered
no
the memory.
Stop it.
Her name's Karen.
So Abby, what are your final recommendations for our listeners this week?
I would just say, if you already have SoundCloud, go give Marky Basie's project a listen. I think it's called Man Makes Music or something like that. It's like the cover picture is like him sitting at a desk.
Interesting.
Because it's chill and it's like 7 songs or something. It's not that long. What about you? What about the teas?
Oh yeah. So yesterday, the lockdown boredom is getting to me. Because I was looking, I know it's not good to buy from Amazon, but sometimes it's just a convenient option, and but they do loads of different like Twinings teas, like flavours that you can't get in like Sainsbury's and stuff. So I was like, right, I fancy a tea because in the mornings I have a coffee, and then in the afternoon when I'm doing my work, I like something to like sip, and I don't always want another coffee because then I'm always like bouncing off the walls. So I was like, I want another tea. So I ordered the peach and orange one. And I would recommend, it's very nice. If you like T2, as Abbey is a fiend for T2, it's like what's the peach one's called? Like, Pack a Peach.
Pack a Peach?
Pack a Peach, isn't that what the peach one's called?
What a great name.
Yeah.
Huh? Yeah.
Yeah. It's like a cheaper version of that, so I would recommend that.
Yeah. And if anyone's interested, my favourite T2 flavour is mangoes and cream. It's good. I used to make it for everyone. If they were ill in first year, I would make a mangoes and cream tea with a little bit of honey in and some lemon. There you go. My
favourite T2 is the geisha one, Gorgeous Geisha, because you gave me one of them because you had that advent calendar.
Yeah.
And it was good.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of green tea, so I give all my green teas to Luce.
Yeah.
I have like a multi-pack.
Yeah.
I'm a big fan of, I like black tea.
Oh, I don't like black tea, so I was
not like tea without milk.
Yeah.
Well, they're all teas without milk, I guess, because they're all like herbal teas or whatever. But I mean like black tea. Because I think the best peach iced tea is made with black tea. Because you can make it with green tea or black tea.
Yeah.
I like my black. So when I used to make peach iced tea, I had the syrup, but it went off like years ago.
Oh, I used to love that.
Yeah, I would make like a big
teapot.
T2 pot, yeah. And it's made to fit in the fridge door. And then I would put my syrup in, put my cold black tea in. I was like, oh yes. Might have to get more of that actually.
You need to.
I'll review it next week.
Thank you everyone for listening. Bit of a rambly episode this episode, but we hope you enjoyed our adulting chats, and
make sure you follow us on all our social medias, all linked below, and I hope you have a good week. Bye.
Bye.